everyone to another video. My name's Mick, Fin to Fin Aquariums. I'm just going to do a real quick tour of each tank in the fish room. Won't be a long one, we'll make this one a quick one I reckon, so we'll just get it started. So first tank off the rank is this one, red tail gold snakeskin guppies. They're going pretty good. Not too many fry in there, there's a few snail eggs looking in the box up the top. There's some tortoiseshell snails in here, I think that's what them ones are called. They're going alright, nothing too prolific there at the moment. It's been slow and steady. I assume they're eating a few fry. So the plants are going well. The tank's looking pretty good. Still got to get the backings on these tanks. This is me black Moscows. This is just a young group growing up, so they're starting to get darker. Starting to lose those little shades of blue that they have early on. And obviously some of the adult mystery snails are in here. They're decent size. And there's monsters. Nice Anubis there. I'm trying to do it in the pot. I think that's Vallisneria of some kind, and obviously standard pondweed in that one. So that's the black Moscows. A few fry in there, even though they're only young, but they have bred, like guppies do. Next one off the rank is the blue jet antlers that have gone absolutely mad. So started off with 10 fish in there, and I'm not sure how many are in there now. And there is also in this tank my half beaks. As you can see, there's one there. They're usually cruising around on top of the tank. See, oh, there's the other one, and there is one more in there as well. So I'm going to get some more of them when I can. They've only got the 3. This 3 didn't make it when I freighted them in. But these 3 are going really well at this stage, wherever the 3rd one is. Again, a few plants that need to be potted, just need to buy some more of the stuff that I put in the pots. Some pondweed for the fry to hide in, and so forth. A few more snails, obviously, they're everywhere. But another tank going alright. Black bar antlers in this one. So again, everyone knows what the antlers breed like flies. They're everywhere, and they've thrown out a, what I would say is a chili, will be a chili antler. So again, not pure, unfortunately. It's a bit of a bummer. Again, couple of plants, not too much. Ivory mystery snails, so they're new. Haven't had them for long, and some of my young Corydoras that I've bred. So I've actually bred a lot of Corys in the last 3 or 4 months, so I'm going to start a second little group. Just obviously don't know how old my adults are, as they were purchased from the pet shop, so I'll get my own second little colony going of young ones. So that's the black bars, and they're obviously breeding, they're everywhere. Down here is a new addition, not the blue Moscows, they've been there for ages, but this giant thing on the side, big male peppermint bristlenose. So he's only new, and he came in yesterday. Absolute monster. Seen the male advertised, and I've got a smallish female, so this guy's just way too big to go with my girl, so he's had to go in the tank on his own. So I can't see my girl being ready for him anytime soon, so he'll be in living a life of a bachelor for a while, I think. The blue Moscows are going really well, as they do. Typical guppies. They look nice, breeding well. Nice blues coming through them. Plenty of weed in there for the fry to hide. So not too bad. And then the last one in this little bay is the Japanese blue antlers, which I lost the parents. So there's just about a dozen babies, so they're coming out. This tank's going to be empty, ready for something else, and the Japanese blue antlers are going to probably just probably going to get rid of the 12 that I've got there. I think I've got too many antlers and guppies. I want to do some other stuff, so they're going to get moved on. I'll give that tank a bit of a spruce up and get it ready for something else. Unsure what yet, but I have no doubt I'll find something. So we'll move on to the next bay. And the next one is my neon blue guppies. So these guys are going really well. As you can see, quite pretty. Nice colours on the males. Blue mystery snails are in here as well. They've had a few lots of eggs, so I'm trying to get a few to hatch, just so I've got a couple. And obviously I won't worry about the eggs after that. But yeah, can't complain. They seem to be breeding. I think they do predate their babies a bit. But I've tried to put a heap of weed in there, so plenty of places for them to hide. Apart from taking the females out, which I just can't be bothered doing. They're going okay. My breeding group of Corydoras and a heap of babies as well that have grown up, but they're obviously going well. Obviously these red guppies, just bought these as a premium red guppy. I've had a heap of fry. Assuming probably a few of them are getting picked off as well, because there was a lot more in there. But, unless they're hiding, but I think it's fair to say they get predated on. I did put a bit of weed in here, but I'm not sure if it's going that well, to be honest. The guppy grass, I seem to lose it all the time. I don't know what the key is. Anyone out there does well with guppy grass, let me know, because I put this stuff in here and it's just, yeah, it's capitulated. Terrible. It's just falling to bits. But yeah, that's the Julii Corydoras and the red guppies. The next one down will be some of just the golden mystery snails, whatever you want to call them. And there's a few platies in here. And too spectacular, Mickey Mouse, I don't know, like a tricolour candy cane or something they call them, I'm not sure. But they've obviously dropped a few babies that are not the same. But when I separated these guys, they were in with other platies, so they could have bred to anything before they were put in these tanks, so didn't expect that first lot to breed true. But they're going okay, but they're probably going to get moved on as well. We're going to just go into a mixed guppy, mixed platy tank, because again I need this tank. I've got plans for a few other fish. Blue metal lace guppies in this one. They're going alright, they're not too bad, don't mind them, nice colours. I've obviously got a few fry swimming around in there, and both the girls are looking pretty chunky again. So that plant looks like she's hasn't done too well. Unfortunately, it's probably one of the, out of all the plants I've bought, I've only had a couple that have really struggled, and that one's one of them. So I'll rip that one out and probably put something else in there. And yeah, these ones are going okay. There's plenty of weed, trying to create some places for the guppies to hide when they breed. So, which I would say this girl will drop some babies not that far away, and so will this one. So there'll be more in there. I've no doubt a few of them will get eaten, but that's life. See how we go. I might get some more weed in that tank. Next one down is just the orange guppies. Again, these are going to go. Not go as in completely gone, but they're going to go into my mixed guppies. I keep a large group of mixed guppies that I just sell to the local pet shop. So colours, doesn't matter, just whatever they throw out randomly, they're just cheap guppies. These are probably going to find their way in there as well at this stage. They were going to go into my other little room when I get it ready, but I'm way behind on that, so they may not survive that long, but they're still quite nice. There's a nice little hook there, looks good, little male. But yeah, we'll see how we go, but at this stage they might get moved on. A few more random mystery snails, and this has just got mixed antlers in it. So it had golden tiger antlers, but they were throwing, the golden tiger antlers, there's one there, was throwing out chilies and black bars, so I thought it's not much point. I want the lines to be pure if I'm going to keep something I like it to breed true. So when people buy it, they know what they got, and you know, they breed exactly what they have. So these ones, obviously being all mixed like this, would be sold as mixed antlers. So, and they could just throw out anything really. So we'll might just keep them, because I'm going to cut back on the antlers as well. I'll definitely keep a few tanks of them, but that's the last tank of the second bay, and we'll flick the other lights on and turn these ones off and head over to the other side. So we're on the other side. So this is the chili antlers, and like the other antlers, as I've said in plenty of videos, they will throw out the odd, there's a black bar antler right there, obviously a chili above it. Like predominantly it's chilies, but every now and then they do throw out a black bar antler. So not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. I'm a bit undecided. Like I like the tank, there's a lot of colour. That might become a mixed, they might just go in with the mixed antlers, I don't know, we'll wait and see. Undecided. I do have, showed these last time I think, these are just some little marble bristlenose babies growing up, and there is some long fin common bristlenose in this one. So these ones will be future breeders. I'll grow them up, they'll just stay in this. Oh, there's a few stray guppies in there as well, they haven't come out. Yeah, so there you go. Next tank is my blue Mickey Mouse Gladys. So again, whether I keep this tank or whether these guys just get thrown in with the mixed platies, undecided. Generally I only sell this type of stuff just to the pet shops, and they're not worth bugger all, like you don't get much for them, so not sure why I bother trying to just breed the blue ones. I might as well just let them all go in together and let them throw out whatever comes out. Still only going to get the same for them, but I don't know, I just like blue fish, so I always seem to keep them. So here we go. Next one down will be my German whites, which I quite like. So, see, they're going pretty good. The old original stock, most of them are still alive, and so they've lasted a lot longer than some of the other guppies. But I've got these ones from Adelaide, so they're probably a little bit different to the ones I'm getting from Queensland. The water's probably quite different, and obviously my bristlenose probably on eggs in there. That's pretty common. I did leave the last lot in there, and I don't know if there's any left, so I'm not sure if I can see any anywhere, which is a bit disappointing. So I should, if she has got eggs, I'll check after and I'll take them out. This here didn't end well last time. We got here golden koi guppies, which I've shown plenty of times. All the original founding stock that I brought in from Queensland, and 5 or 6 animals have all passed away, but of course they've bred, as you can see. They've bred plenty, so there's lots there. And of course my super red bristlenose in here. There's 10 juveniles that are growing pretty well, so I'm hopeful maybe in 2 or 3 months they'll be all good size and some mature males, and might be able to breed some bristlenose. Again, pots, Nubus, pondweed, standard stuff of all my tanks. Try to get a couple of plants, pondweed, and trying to get the plants growing out the top as well. So I haven't added any new ones for a while, so that might be a good job coming up soon. Just a holding tank for little babies that I've got to dish outside into the tubs. Nothing spectacular there. Albino bristlenose, platies, which have got to go. Just yellow guppies in here, and lots of them. Absolutely bred like flies. And the one random coloured one in there somewhere they threw out, there it is. But yeah, there's lots in there. So, and I've got some really nice yellows out in the tub outside, so I might mix them together and see how we go. But yeah, yellow guppies. Just a milfoil is that plant. And there is peppermint bristlenose in here. If we're lucky enough to see them, probably not. But yeah, so the ones my female that have got grafts in there, but that other male's just way too big, unfortunately. So that's the last one of that bank. And I'm moving up to this one, my albino firecracker swordtails. I've showed these plenty of times. I've bred these. I've got some fry out in the pond growing up, 20 or 30 of them probably. There's some more albino bristlenose and bloody pond snails. Oh, can't stand them. But I've got them in every tank. They come in on the weed and if I transfer weed, so I'm always picking them out, but it's a never ending job. I've found something that eats them, but I've got to drop them in this tank, and these little red and blue Colombian tetra absolutely destroy them. If I just kind of crush them in my finger and drop them in, they will destroy them pretty quick. So they're pretty new to the fish room, settling in well. A couple there getting a little belly on them, so I still haven't looked up how people breed these, but I have put a mop in there just in case, which is in there for the Corydoras anyway. But they seem to always lay their eggs up on the glass, up on the sides, so I will look that up and have a crack at trying to breed them. That'll be something different, pretty cool. So that'll be good. Next tank down. Weeds going well in this one, nice and green. My breeding pair of albino bristlenose are in here with a few stragglers, and my red tail tuxedo buddies, which there is some babies in here. They're extremely small, so I don't know if they're still alive. But there was 3 or 4 cruising around. There's only one male in there and about 4 or 5 females, so if I lose that male, they'll end up with all the mixed platties as well. In here, my angelfish and peppered Corydoras. So that's just the newer angel that come in, and then these two, which turned out to be 2 females, which lay eggs every 2 or 3 weeks, literally 1,000 eggs. But obviously they'll never be fertile unless that's a male. But I wouldn't have a clue. Can't say I know too much about them. Red lace endlers in this bad boy. So they're going alright. Good breeding, but probably have slowed down a bit. Probably need to take a couple of trios out and separate them. We might get some better results, I think. But we'll see how we go. There's L397 Blackos in there. Again, actually in the cave. Don't think they've got any eggs. I'll have to have a look after to get the torch, but I don't think so. And this tank is my little disaster tank at the moment. I've got my albino firecracker swordtails that I was growing up. I've got my pair of blue rams. I've got an angelfish. And I've got some bronze Corydoras. And I put some stuff in this tank, and then I've introduced an issue. So I've noticed one of the fish in there with some white spots on him. So somehow I've got white spot into this tank. I'm not sure if it was from the weed or from that angelfish. So I'm treating that tank at the moment, hence the colour, it's a little bit blue. So that's the second lot of treatment, and we'll just try and get it under control. It's only one or two of the Corys have got it on them, no other fish is showing it, but I'll treat the whole tank. And it's the problem if you buy a fish from a pet shop and introduce it, you run the risk of that. So none of my fish are overly expensive, but yeah, still, now that I've got my tub set up in the middle, I'll have a quarantine tub, and everything that goes in there will be treated, and stay in there for a couple of months before they're introduced to any tanks. So moving forward I'll do things a bit differently, but too late for this tank. I've cooked this one, so I've got to fix my own mess at the moment, so that's what I'll be doing. So that's the last one for that bay. Okay, up the top here, some young Corydoras. Most of these tanks shouldn't have too much in them. There might be some bristlenose still, some scragglers getting around, a few fry still in there. Not too much happening in these tanks. The mollies that I still haven't taken to the pet shop. So yeah, getting a bit slack there. My mystery fish that I found out in a pond. So these were in a pond where I've had no fish. Nothing's been in the pond. I'd only just set it up and I was just can't really zoom in on them. I was trying to let the water just come good before I put anything in it, and then I noticed these little things swimming around on the top. So I caught out a few. There's still some in there. So I did put weed in there that I'd purchased from someone else. So I'm assuming goldfish eggs might have been on that weed and they've hatched out. So that's my assumption. Look at by the looks of them, that's what they look like to me, but I'm no expert. But yeah, very interesting. So, next one is bronze Corydoras. So they're just the eggs that were collected on the mops. They're growing well. Some young fry swordtails. I caught a heap out of here, so there's not many left now. They're all out in the pond outside, so just got a few to catch up. Some random male guppies, the experiment 24 karat gold, and the gold snakeskin experiment in there. A few platies left to catch. Caught up 3/4 of these this morning and put them in the outside tub. Just got a couple of scragglers I need to catch up and get them out, so I'll do that this weekend at some stage. Tiger platies in here have dropped a few babies. Did notice a baby, and there is also, if I can zoom in, which is not gonna be easy, I might have to see if I can move a bit of this mop. Put the mops in there for the fish to hide, and they're not even hiding in it, so that's always handy. But there is about 8. Well, there's one. Little peppermint bristlenose I've just recently acquired. 8 in there growing up. There's 4 or 5 little paddies in there as well. So this tank's now empty. These bucket loads of swordtails have gone outside. This tank will be empty soon because these little guys, swordtails, are going outside as well. These blue tuxedo platies are not going to stay in here either. They're going to get dropped in with the other platies because, again, it's just taking up too many tanks at the moment. And these little pineapple swordtails are going outside as well. I've caught, well, 90% of them, so there's just a few there. Every time I catch some, you always miss some. So they're going outside. Down here is my Paracrebensis in the cave there. He or she, one of them over behind the pot there. So they've only been here a few weeks. So see if we can breed them. Obviously I've never done it before, but from everything I've looked up, then they're certainly not the hardest of animal to breed. But doesn't mean I'll do it. This one's got a mixture of shrimp. There is some orange shrimp in there. There's green. There is crystal blacks in there. Only like 4 or 5 of each. I ran out of room and I had nowhere to put these when I got them. So they're just all been put in together at the moment. So that's the way that goes. Next one over is my blue shrimp. Now these have bred. So if I touch the stuff up here, they usually swim down everywhere. You usually see little babies. They love the red root floater sitting on top. The shrimp are all drawn to that. They're always up in the top of the red root floater. So, but this tank, I've noticed, is just going a bit yucky, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I'm thinking, I don't know if it's because the red root floater was blocking the light too much. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, I'll keep an eye on it. It's just got the crap on the floor there, just discoloured. So yeah, we'll see how we go. I'll give it a clean without doing a water change. What have we got in here? We've got some red shrimp in here. These have had babies as well, but the babies are hard to see because they're not really red. And the babies are nearly like just white. So it's fair to say they're not going to be of great quality, I would have thought. So there might be a lot of coals there. You can see one just went down onto that pot and it's clear, see-through, so they're not, there's some nice reds in there, but there's some very average ones too. And the yellows, which I've bred plenty of times. As you can see, there's a pile, they're all over the place. And then I think they might have bred again, like little oil ones. Just touch that red root floater and off they go. But yeah, that's the last tank of that bay. Stand up, that was not easy. So yeah, that's the, I'll just turn these lights back on for this bank. So obviously I've set my middle row up now. All the tubs are up and running. Turn the lights off while I'm doing the videos. I try to turn the other lights off, it seems to help with the glare. Flip the one back on the bottom for a few of the plants. This tub has got little albino bristlenose everywhere in there. As you can just see those little dots. So it's the only fish in these tubs apart from some yellow mystery snails and a few yellow and blue mystery snails in that one. But yeah, the tubs are all up and running. Air lines in them. Lights on this bottom row. So I'll leave them as long as humanly possible before I have to bring stuff in from outside before winter, and they'll go in these tubs to get through winter, I guess, at this stage. But that's the fish room, everyone. Coming together. Still got to do the tanks along the top there. Whether I use them or not, I'm still going to fill them and put a filter in them and get them running. I've started tinkering along this top row. I'll get them all going as well. Again, I'll only use them if I really have to, but just gives you some holding space for drop mops in and things like that, especially with lots of Corydoras, and I want to get a few more, even for little clutches of bristlenose. So obviously the middle row is good, and the room out the back, which has got all the beauties and that in it, has still got to be emptied out and turned into a fish room as well. So plenty of work to do. Keep me busy, that's for sure. So thanks everyone for watching. Feel free to drop a comment. Always enjoy getting feedback, ideas, good or bad. I certainly don't mind. Please subscribe. I've got a target to try to get to 1,000. It's been very slow and steady, but we're just climbing slowly. We're just over 600, I think. So if you can subscribe, that's pretty awesome. And yeah, give them a like and yeah, help us out a bit. I'm looking at a program now so I can start editing some videos, because I want to do some breeding videos on the Corys, like from start to finish, so over say a month period, and then edit them into one video. So that's the plan. Do a few different breeding ones. At the moment with just the phone, it's just obviously can't do that, but that's the plan. So let us know if you've got any ideas, what sort of videos you'd like, and hopefully content will start getting a bit better over time. But overall, thanks for watching everyone, and have a great day. Cheers.